Hello and welcome to Blunderbusters. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about ground connection awareness in an electronic circuit. Okay, we're going to clear out the clutter and we're going to bust the blunder. All right, we're going to clear up any misconceptions about ground. At times when students are first learning about ground, it's like we understand it's there, we need to place it in our schematics, we're seeing it as we're going through lab, but we don't have a clear understanding of what ground really is. Okay, ground in simplest terms is a reference point. Okay, it's not a place where current is flowing. We don't see electrons flowing to ground. Okay, ground is simply a reference point. Okay, and we think, well, what do we mean by that? Okay, so let's go to the whiteboard and let's go through and have just a little mini discussion. Okay, so all right, so when we see ground connection awareness and we're discussing ground, okay, our schematic symbol looks like this in an electronic network. Okay, that's our schematic symbol. Okay, then we're going to use a simple series circuit here for discussion. All right, so we have a series circuit with 3 resistors, our ground symbol, and a DC supply. Now we can also use an AC signal as well. That doesn't matter. Either one is certainly fine, certainly applicable. But what we want to remember is that electrons current that is flowing back to its source. Okay, those electrons are returning to the source. They're not flowing to ground. I see that a lot. I see that error, and we want to kind of blunderbuss that thought. Okay, so our electrons are returning back to the source. Okay, here's our ground, and let's just say, you know what, I don't like the ground there. Let's put the ground somewhere else. Right, so I'm going to remove the ground there, and I'm going to place our ground right up here. Okay, and by doing so, okay, we've changed our reference point, and I will talk about that in a minute. But we want to remember that our electrons and current are still going to flow through the circuit. Okay, we're still going to see the same voltage drops across our resistors. The resistance total is going to stay the same. And our electrons, again, are going to continue and return back to the source. But what that change in ground means is where we're going to be placing the black lead of our DMM in measurement. Okay, again, when we say ground, it's our reference point. Okay, so if we see a single subscript notation and we're being asked to take a measurement in lab, or we're being tasked to find unknowns in a circuit and we see the ground, okay, and we have our single subscript, okay, we're going to use the black lead of our DMM and we're going to place it at that specific ground point. Again, our reference. Okay, that is what ground means in an electronic network. It's a reference point. Okay, want to make sure we're kind of clearing up any confusion on thinking that current is flowing to ground or we're seeing electrons flowing. That is incorrect, and we want to make sure we're kind of ironing out that difficulty. Okay, so again, we want to make sure we recognize electrons are flowing, they're going to return back to their source, and this ground is serving as a reference point. It's where the black lead, okay, of our DMM is going to be placed when we're taking measurements using a single subscript. Okay, I hope you found this brief tutorial helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and we're going to go through many more brief tutorials on various topics to ensure we're kind of clearing up the clutter, busting our blunders, and making learning much more effective. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.